It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielsen, Matt Cassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
Episode 33 of Two Guys and a Goalie, presented to you by Oddshark. Visit them, our presenting sponsor at oddshark.com. Scott Hasting from Oddshark, pulling double duty this week. Joined us on Monday. He's going to be back again later on today. Also, of course, presented to you by Popeyes Chicken and Sport Clip Haircuts, home of the MVP experience. Dustin Nielsen, Matt Cassian, Joaquin Gage, Hernan, the shitty producer, is here as well. That never gets old.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's episode 33, the Patrick Waugh episode. I've been dying for this episode. Ultimate hero growing up.
It says here Roy.
It doesn't say Roy.
Oh, okay.
My the go-to guy. I used to, when I was a goalie, I'd bob my head back and forth like he would. I wanted to do everything, all the time with this.
I hated that.
You hated him, or you hate when that
tick.
happens? I love the tick. I gave myself a tick just to be like him. I didn't even have a tick. I just tried to do it. So who's your all-time hero growing up from a hockey perspective? Like who's the go-to guy? Who's your Patrick Waugh for me? Did you have one?
Yeah, well, I had a few. I've said before on the show, the mean streets of Kitsilano, being a Canucks fan. Ivan Boldarev, Thomas Gradin,
Richard
Brodeur was awesome. Troy the Gambler Gamble, Frank Caprice, although he did hit on my mom, but I liked him. Kirk McLean was he was awesome.
Greatest two-pad stack in NHL history.
Yeah, I gotta say that was special with the Vaughn legacies. It was great. So I would have to say mostly Canucks that were my favorite players for sure. I don't know.
You might be the only guy whose favorite player, Troy Gamble. Not a lot of Troy Gamble references.
No,
I had his rookie card.
But I remember I was watching a Canucks game and they mentioned him or something like that. And I remember when he came in and they were highly touted, and then they showed the paper like the next day and it goes bad gamble on gamble or whatever, and it just brought me back.
Cass, what about you, buddy?
I'm an Edmonton kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mark Messier was huge growing up, right into you coming into your hockey knowledge in the early 90s. So that was
he would have our trophy season was 90, right? So
90, and I was 4 then, so it was just starting to actually understand a little bit. Mm-hmm. So loved him. Later on, loved Cujo.
Okay.
Yeah. What kid you don't love Cujo growing up in Edmonton? Doug Waite was another one, because it's the same thing. It was like right when I started to actually understand hockey and figure everything out, he was the big player here, so loved him too. Those would probably be the big 3.
So what I can tell is that none of you guys loved a player as talented as Patrick Waugh, like I did.
No, he played on some good teams.
He got lucky.
He got lucky a few times. Remember that save he made, I think, in '86 when he dove back with his stick and lunged out before he got bigger and started wearing big gear and he could actually move? 6 save. Guy was absolutely phenomenal. Hell of a run. Episode 33, dedicated to my boy Patrick Waugh. We've got lots to get to today, obviously. Mid-season awards. The actual the Professional Hockey Writers Association put out their mid-season awards. So we're going to take a look through their list, and a few of their nominations. They were different than what I was going to do here today. So we'll use their list. We'll get through that as we work our way through it. The TSN Top 50 list is out. Keep it or clip it. We're going to play that, obviously, for Sport Clip Haircuts, where it's good to be a guy. We tried the Jeopardy thing. All right, Little disappointed last time. So we're going to play Family Feud today. So I'll give you the top 5 answers are on the board, and if you get the first one right, you can play and try to get all of them.
You got to do it
if
yourself.
If not, you can pass it. Yeah, you got to do it
that's
yourself.
tough.
You got to do it yourself. Maybe you can ask Hernan for help once or something.
I can't, so I'm not in this one.
What's that?
I can't play.
Well, no, because you can't do a 3-way Family Feud.
You're not really part of the family.
I'll be your lifeline.
You're the weird cousin that they can call.
Yeah, shitty producer. Can you throw me that pen that is in front of you?
You don't even have a pen?
Well, that is.
You want me to underhand or whip it at you?
Underhand.
Well, if I want to underhand,
That's gonna be awkward. Just whip it at him.
I'll give it some good lob. I'll shot put it.
Okay.
Shot put.
Not even close. You hit the monitor. Now he's going to have to come around and get it.
I'll go get it.
No, you're not going to get it.
Why should I go get it?
He's the shitty producer.
How did you ever score on Carey Price?
Hey, I bet you guys wouldn't tell by that throw, but I broke all kinds of records doing shot put.
Really?
As a kid. in junior
Really?
high
You were a
school.
shot putter?
Yeah. Well, I was a late birthday.
Okay. Oh, so you were cheating.
So I got to compete against the kids. I was in whatever grade 9, and I got to compete against the grade 8s. So I know, at the school, the record for the grade 8 kids was bigger than the record, the school record for the grade 9 kids.
So when you were in grade 9, you set the grade 8 record?
Yeah.
Well, that's not
which was
brag
bigger
about.
than, but it was longer
was
than
longer
the
than the other-
grade 9 record.
Jeez.
Yeah. 'Cause that's
So
just
did you
bigger
have to
than
live
everybody.
like a shot putter's life? Like, what was that like?
It was, you know what? I trained a lot.
Yeah. How was the footwork? I thought
was
the
pretty good,
footwork
like,
be
the
tough.
Spin, the jump,
Yeah.
spin.
So
Did you start backwards and go forward?
Yeah, I started backwards.
Oh yeah.
and then after you do that hop, like on one foot a couple times.
Yeah, you do like one single hop. It's like a big hop.
Okay.
And then to the other foot, you get all kinds of momentum, and then you shot put.
Would you yell?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was at the U of A this weekend doing some track work, and some of the women and men there doing shot put. You should hear these yells, man. Like
They're
I
just
was like,
insane.
I was like scared at first. I'm like, where'd that come from? What is that? And it's just them yelling. So it's quite intense when you see the.
I don't. Here's a question, maybe from you guys playing, and Hernan. Even with that, like watch them. Do you think that actually makes you do something better?
I don't, because these, like I'm saying, these yells were just way too much, and I was like, I don't know if that made it better or worse for her. Like, I don't even know if she won or he won, but they were like enormous yells.
I think it helps.
Did you yell during the Cape Breton Shuffle?
Not during that, but I yell now. If I did when I had to reach and make a save, I would grunt like at times.
But grunt.
But is
grunt
that just, you know, like, your
Grunt is
body
different.
needing a
Being
grunt?
like is different than be like
Yeah, but you're expelling the air. Like it's just like exhaling when you're when I'm wailing on the pecs, you know, doing some bench press, and just that always
How
helps.
often do you wail on the pecs?
Once in a while.
Write that one down. That's a good one. Okay,
But you know what? I was thinking good shots. Sorry, but that the lawn bowling. I
saw that
video.
shot, yeah.
See, when I was winning my Hart trophies in the UK, that sport was on all the time, and we watched it.
lawn bowling.
Yeah, all the time. And
You know what? It's called bocce ball.
no. These the
Isn't it bocce ball?
yeah, but it's
I know it is bocce ball. Yeah.
it's those types of shots are a regular occurrence. Like you
They
can't
just all do ridiculous things.
There's at least 4 or 5 of them every time you watch those things. It's absolutely amazing. I never got to play, but those guys are magicians. So
Kass, did you think if you didn't become such a good hockey player, you had a future in shot putting? Like, could you have been an Olympic shot putter?
I was pretty good at it. I was big enough. I had the,
What was your knowledge like? If we wanted to say, hey, let's have a branch off podcast about shot putting, could you?
Not
Could you do?
there.
No, it's not there.
not
Okay, I thought maybe it was.
No, it would have been. You know what? If it wasn't hockey, it would have been football, Dusty.
I know. I heard you were a good football player. Were you an O lineman?
On offense, but then outside linebacker.
What you like playing? You were an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Weren't you too big to be an outside
No, I
linebacker?
killed kids.
Well, yeah.
I absolutely
I would think
crushed
you probably
kids.
did. Jeez. Yeah, but you liked football, right? You
I
could
love football. Well, I could move. I could move. I know I didn't skate very well because I was slow, and
Yeah.
that's why my career ended so soon playing hockey. But on my feet, I wasn't as slow as I was on my skates.
Yeah.
And was decently athletic and say whatever you want about me and my lack of playing skills for hockey, but I thought the game well. Like I understood, I understood the game well. I anticipated the game well, and that's the only the game made sense to me. And football was the same thing. So yeah, I was, and I played mean. I was mean. I was a mean football
The
player.
nicest guy ever.
I
But
know, but I
beats
played
people
mean.
up for a living in hockey and killed kids when he's playing football. You were probably very physical at shot put too, weren't you?
It's super physical.
Look out, it's
There's this
my
one
turn.
time. There's this one time. There's a kid, and I didn't like the way he shot putted, and so I threw a shot put at him.
did you hit him?
No, I missed. He was too far away.
Oh, so you weren't that good a shot putter? If he was too far away, right?
Well,
Like,
I mean, we
from an
relative.
accuracy perspective. Gager, what was your number 2?
There were lots. I was
There was
football,
a green one, a brown
track.
one.
Yeah, that was Pepto though. No, I did a track football.
Track, eh?
Yeah. I was
What'd you do in track?
400.
400.
Yeah, so I ran I think I got a check, but I'm pretty sure because there's a track guy in our office that he's hoping to go to the Olympics.
What?
Yeah. Shane Ort is his name. So he had some races at the U of A. He's going to Saskatoon, I think, this weekend. But anyway, he's 100 or 200. 100, 200, and he's raced against DeGrasse a lot. So,
No way.
Yeah, so
Not bad.
he told me some of his times. Like they're really impressive. But I think I ran the 450 flat when I was in high school. So that was my claim to fame.
You ran the what?
50?
The 450 flat?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's not for a high school kid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I have to check that.
And I have to check because it's in my yearbook, and I was third. I got the bronze at the provincials that year.
When I was in grade 4, I did high jump. And I finished fourth in the city in high jump. And that was the old scissor kick. You know,
Oh,
do
yeah, not the
scissors.
false blurry
No,
flop.
no, I couldn't flop. No, this is not a body for flopping. But I didn't even, I got a ribbon for showing up. So that's the highlight of my track career.
My dad actually held the Canadian record, track and field for years and years and years, up until a couple of years ago.
For which one? Which?
It was 4x400.
Wow. He was on like the 4x400 team?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was supposed to, because he was like world class. He's got we have all the medals at home. He was a world class track athlete, so he was supposed to do like Commonwealth Games and go do all that. But then he decided to finish school and make babies.
No way.
Shitty producer, you run anything or throw anything?
No.
No?
You have no athletic bones in your body? Like,
No, I play soccer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah. I
Maybe
know.
we should have some sort of Summer Olympics.
Are you a midfield striker?
I'm a defender.
What's that?
Like because
I'm just kidding.
Hernan protects the body.
defender is.
No, it's just soccer, and then you play a bunch of the sports. I wasn't good, like obviously not good at hockey or volleyball or anything like that. But
Volleyball legend.
I think we should have Summer Olympics. We can do
That'd be kind of fun, actually.
We'll do a high
We could
jump.
raise some money for charity.
We'll do a high jump. We'll do a shot put and a 400.
I did this new type of high jump where I jump hands and head first. Try to get over the bar that way. Who put their gum on this?
That was me.
Gager's gum is just sitting on one of the cups here, one of our Odd Shark cups. Presenting sponsor.
I need there's
you
no
can't
garbage.
see it though.
You can't see it? No. Oh, good.
Oh, that's perfect then. Well placed. Okay, we've got. Well, I'm lying. We don't really have a ton to get to because the All-Star break is upon us. But we've got our mid-season awards. We'll discuss the top 50 list was out from TSN. And one of the big stories this week was Connor McDavid in this story about how doctors were first suggesting basically reconstructive surgery to his PCL and other issues with his knee. Decides to go the rehab route. They've got a documentary coming out this week. Apparently, this was bordering on the edge of being a disaster for the Oilers this season. Kass, let's start with you. Your thoughts on all of this and the decision that he had to make, probably in relatively short notice here, to either have the surgery where they're like, we'll put some screws in there. You might not skate the same anymore. Like some risk there. And then the rehab. I mean, if it doesn't work, you're going to have surgery anyway. So what do you think about all this that's come out this week?
That's crazy. It just furthers, and it'll be interesting to see the documentary, but it furthers that he's just like a genetic freak in a good way. Carlson was the same thing. Like when I got traded to the Senators was when Carl was rehabbing his Achilles from being sliced, and it was the same thing. Like he recovered in a time frame that no one normally recovers in, and he could continue to do things that no one else could do, and he should not have been able to. And McDavid, I feel, is the same thing. It's unbelievable. It would be scary to take that risk. Also scary to take the risk of getting the surgery.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't be able to, because it could have changed his life career wise. He could have never been able to do the same things that he can do. And obviously it has worked where it's healed and he's able to, and it's amazing. And yeah, that's scary.
It's scary because, you do the surgery, what you're going to be going through. If you do the rehab and it doesn't work, then you have to have the surgery still, and there's another 6 months off your life, right? Like,
well, longer. Than
yeah.
that.
Gager?
Oh, I'm glad that he got second and third opinions, right? I think being at that age too, you recover quicker, and obviously Kass, he is a freak with his conditioning and what he can do. Genetics are probably a lot better than most people. I know just a few doctors that in the city, and they always say the people that go through procedures, especially surgical procedures, if they're not fit or in shape, the recovery is so much harder for them, right? So being at the top physical condition that he is in, and I think added to it too. But I was always leery of anyone going under the knife. Just there's always a possibility that you could never be the same again.
Yeah,
I know it would have been really sucked if he had to spend so much time out if something happened with his normal recovery, but I'm glad he took the route of trying to do everything himself and try to rehab it that way.
Well, my dad always said, he's like a healthcare professional, physio, and he always said surgeons always want to do surgery.
Yeah.
It's because
It's their livelihood. They probably enjoy doing it.
It's what they do. So it's like their first option will always be surgery. So it's always, he said it was always important to go like and get second or third opinions to see if rehab is an option, because if possible, not having surgery is better than having surgery, like from a recovery standpoint, if you can. Now, sometimes it's not possible. I'm thankful that they explored other options because he's been a treat.
How horrible of a surgeon would you have to be if people come to see you and you're like, you know what? 6 months of physio, I think you're going to be all right. Next, he's just laziest surgeon of all time. Like, you're right. Surgeons want to do surgery.
They want to do surgery.
Yeah.
But if they're being honest, then some of them probably go like, well, you know what? You probably could do this with rehab.
Gager, what were you telling me about the one time you went in to see was it a surgeon?
Yeah, she wanted to slice and dice, and it wasn't my problem. I saw the MRI. She said I had a hernia, but I had a ripped groin. And she goes, no, you have a hernia. And my trainer and I were showing her MRI pictures of my leg, and she was shaking her head at us. But that's what she wanted to do. Like, yeah,
You didn't do it, did you?
No.
Okay.
I rehabbed and came back strong.
Cass, you have that one surgery, right?
I've had two.
Oh, you've had two?
I've had two.
The first one was pubic hialgia.
No, that was the second one.
Okay.
Athletic pubalgia.
Yeah, athletic pubalgia. Sorry.
What did you say?
I said, I don't even know. Pubic pubalgia.
Pubic. Jesus, that's
Sorry,
the
guys.
name of the show.
Pubic pubalgia.
I thought it was pubic pubalgia, which might be too flattering for you. That's a new name for Gazzola.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the first one then?
Pubic giganta.
First one I tore my shoulder labrum like 98% of the way off. So the only part that was attached was my bicep. Like that, there was a little part of my shoulder was attached. And Tom Lynn, who is the assistant GM of the Wild at the time and the GM of the farm team, he came up to me after we got the MRI, and the doctor been like, well, you could try to play and you can rehab. You will need surgery on it. If this last part rips, your bicep's going to roll up like a fruit roll up down your arm. Like if that was the last part of my shoulder that was still attached. And then the GM, assistant GM's like, well, it's Christmas time. Can you play for the rest of the season? I was like, well, it's my rookie year, pro. You're kind of like,
I'll do whatever you want.
I'll do whatever
sir.
you want, sir.
Yeah.
So I played. So I couldn't raise my shoulder above like here. Like I couldn't get my arm above my shoulder height. Had to wear like all kinds of tape and a brace. Like I couldn't move like this was as much motion as I had. Like think like you could move kind of like a little chicken dance, but not even like a fully extended chicken dance.
God, who wants to do a half-assed chicken dance?
And I couldn't extend it fully straight. And I was fighting the whole time.
I was gonna say, were you still
I
fighting?
had to fight left-handed the whole time. Like I had to hold on guys like
belly
this.
shots.
I had to fight in tight, and I had to hold like this and throw lefts the whole time. And then major surgery right after the season. So that was fun. Thanks, Tom. That one should have had the surgery right away.
How was the fight record second half of the year?
Oh, I won most of them.
Even with lefts?
Yeah.
I think you'd catch most guys off guard when they're with a lefty.
It's got to get around though, eh? Like, hey, if you're fighting Kass today, know that his shoulder is completely fucked, that he can't throw with his right hand.
I hope so. I still would throw rights every once in a while, or try to.
So essentially, you were like, he was like Rocky 2 when Rocky went.
When they taught Rocky to be.
He was an orthodox fighter, and then they told him switch left, and then you switched, and
Apollo didn't know it was going to hit him.
Wow,
God, that's pretty impressive, Kass.
that is impressive.
Yeah. But the other thing I got away from that, you said that your muscle was going to roll up like a fruit roll up.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a real fruit roll up?
Not too long ago.
What?
I have kids, dude.
My kids don't eat
You've
fruit
never
roll-ups?
bought your kids a fruit roll
No,
up?
seriously, I swear to God, my wife would not allow a fruit roll up in our house. My kids have never had a fruit
We
roll-up.
bought a big Costco box of them.
Yeah, fruit by the foot
probably,
though. They're
fruit
by the foot.
Yeah.
I
Is
probably
there a difference?
no.
Oh.
More plastic in this one.
They're skinnier and there's like more of a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I probably ate more of them than the kids did.
I'll say this: as a kid, fruit roll-up was one of like the healthiest things I ate.
Oh God.
Yeah, my lunch is like my mom's like, "Here, have some fruit." I'm like, "Mom, this is just candy. Like, what are you doing with this?"
My son crushes those things. I get mad at him because he sneaks down if I'm watching TV, and he'll sneak into the pantry and close the door, and then I'll open it up and he'll have like fruit roll-ups in his mouth. I go, those are, and I get mad at it. It's
So
stupid.
he's just in the pantry just raiding it.
Yeah.
And he thinks he snuck in.
Yeah. Well, I don't notice them half the time until I go to make the lunches for the next day.
Yeah.
There's no fruit roll-ups. So
Gage, are you hitting the ODR again this weekend?
That's
Is
right.
that what I saw?
Yeah.
What are the details on that? Noon?
noon at Tomlinson Terwilliger Park. Bring a perishable item for the food bank. I'll have a couple bins out. See if
I'm
See if you
I'm
can
gonna
score.
try to make it this
Yeah.
time.
I'm playing in a pond hockey tournament.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that. I'm pulling up the details here.
It's on.
So are you playing on an actual pond, or is it just
No, like an outdoor. Yeah. Yeah. No, on what day is that? Next Friday, 31st.
Oh, next
January.
next
31st.
Friday? Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It's the team I played for the Alzheimer's
Yep.
fundraiser.
Oh, they're bringing you back out.
Well, they're bringing me back out because they're doing a fundraiser for this year because they're playing in the Alzheimer's, like the NHL alumni tournament again.
Yeah.
To raise money for Alzheimer's, and so they're raising money for that.
Oh, smart.
So I'm heading out. So it'll be fun.
Gager Tomlinson there in Terwilliger. There's no boards or anything.
No,
right?
no boards.
So
So
if
you
somebody,
missed the
if
net.
somebody misses net, it's gone.
Yeah, you're hiking.
So that's why
That's the worst.
That's the worst when you're playing. So it's going to be so easy for you because everyone's going to shoot flat on the ice and not very hard.
no,
It's a
you'd
clever.
be
It's
surprised.
a clever scam.
You'd
It's
be
a really
surprised.
clever scam because like you're going to be able to save everything.
You'd be guys try to go. No one shoots on the ice. Not even the little kids.
Even kids are trying to.
Even kids are. Oh yeah, they're trying to raise it.
Is it difficult to stop one along the
I
ice?
windmill those bad boys and yell in their face. Yeah.
Take that, kid! Oh my goodness! All right. Well, when do you want to connect with Scott Hastings? What do you-
12:45. But
12
Dusty, again, shitty producer here. You changed your passcode on your phone again.
Oh, I did last time. You know my passcode. I've
Oh,
told you it on another episode.
I've tried it.
Well, then you changed my passcode. Is that even my phone?
Yeah, this one's yours.
Yeah, I told you before. It's 222111.
222. Oh, okay.
What were you putting in?
111222.
Oh,
And then I tried 222333. And then I tried 333222.
So you were one away from figuring out my
Sorry
phone
about that.
passcode.
Sorry
Come
about
on, buddy.
Well,
All right, so
12:45 though.
12:45. Okay, so we got
he's
5
not
minutes.
a shitty producer for nothing.
Well, I can't remember someone else's passcode.
It's not just a clever name. All right, what do you guys want to do? TSN top 50 list? Or
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, McDavid was 1. McKinnon was 2. Pasternak 3. Draisaitl 4. Thoughts on the top 4? I mean, that's basically like there was really nothing from this list that blew my mind.
Well,
Basically,
Crosby being 22.
well, but they said that it's based on the criteria they use for this is what they've done this year. So if that's the case, and he's missed half
Yeah.
the season, I kind of get it. But then I wouldn't call it the top 50 list.
I wouldn't. I would call it top 50 of 2020. Like add in
Maybe
at least
they
that.
do. Maybe they
Maybe
do.
they do. I don't know.
I don't know, but it seemed kind of weird.
I can't think of anyone that you would interchange in that at all.
No, I
maybe
mean, it looked-
maybe Pasternak and McKinnon. That's the only maybe flip flop those
Whoa,
two. But
whoa,
No way. No
whoa,
way.
Whoa, whoa. What about Austin Matthews?
What was he, 7th? I think he was 7th. He's having
low.
he's having a good
Too
season
low.
with the goals.
Too low. He's number 1.
I thought you were going to say no, you can't flip Pasternak and McKinnon because that's why I was saying no. McKinnon's
No, he's number 2.
McKinnon's next
He's number
level,
2.
man. Well, I mean, Pasternak's really good too.
I'm just saying the only thing I could do is maybe that. But McKinnon means more to his team, I think, than Pasternak.
Well, so far this year with Landeskog hurt for a while, Rantanen hurt for a while, and McKinnon's done an excellent job so far. The Professional Hockey Writers Association mid-season awards. Not that these matter either, but they definitely give us something to discuss. Hart Trophy, they had McDavid 1, McKinnon 2, Pasternak 3. I wouldn't be super angry from hey, I'm an Edmonton guy perspective if McKinnon ends up winning the Hart Trophy this year.
I think he should have been 1.
Yeah, we talked about it on my radio show a couple days ago, and I was like, man, if it was roles reversed and Draisaitl missed 35 games or 30 games,
Then you can.
then everybody, I mean, McDavid's walking home with it. So why not McKinnon? Right? Like it's a tough. I think it's going to be a great race between those two the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think the criteria for the Hart Trophy. It's like when what's his name? Old Taylor Hall won the Hart.
Yeah, when Hall won it, there was nobody else on the team.
There was he basically put everyone on his back and got him there. So yeah, I think
Now,
that.
Colorado's better than New Jersey was when McDavid
Yeah.
was there for sure, but when Hall was there.
But McKinnon's a big reason why they're where they are.
He's the reason.
Yeah, he's the reason. Yeah.
If the goaltending's been kind of questionable, and McKinnon's unbelievable.
Do you think they make a play for was it Grabishkov or what's his name from the Rangers?
Georgiev.
Georgiev. Yeah. What did I say?
You said, I think you said
Garbage cough?
I think you meant to say garbage cough, but accidentally said garbage cough.
Garbage cough?
No, I
No,
don't
what
think
you
they're going
meant
to
to
bring back.
say was pubic hugelgia.
The Norris Trophy, John Carlson, Roman Josi, Dougie Hamilton. That's a runaway,
That's
right?
a runaway. Not even close.
Not very often in mid-season can you be like, give that guy the award, but John Carlson's going to get it. Do you guys care about the Selke Trophy? I just can't gauge the Selke Trophy because when I watch games, I don't necessarily watch to see who's playing really sound defensively, you know?
Yeah,
I think
it's not,
Barkov gets it.
He's not even nominated.
He's not even nominated?
No, these
Oh,
are the
there's-
three. These are the three that were top. Couturier was 1, Bergeron was 2, Ryan O'Reilly was 3. Like Bergeron and O'Reilly are always in there, and they kind of just rotate a third guy.
isn't it like okay points, really good face-off percentage, and low penalty minutes?
Should you be part of the penalty kill too, right?
Oh yeah,
I would think you probably need to be part of the penalty kill.
I think that's a weird trophy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kass, the players care about the Selke?
If you're up for it.
Yeah, but nobody starts a season and is like, I'm going to take
It
a run at
depends
that
on what
Selke
your
this year.
what it says in your
I'm sure
contract for
guys-
bonus.
Yeah, but for guys that are
a good
defensive players, they're probably like, oh, that'd be fun. I'd like that. That'd be good. So you'd take some pride in that.
Calder Trophy, Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Victor Olofsson. Do you think Hughes is closed here a bit on Makar because he's obviously been injured, or is it still a Makar runaway?
Still in my car
I
runaway.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hughes somebody was telling me Hughes has like better analytical numbers.
Do you think?
Analytic. Ask the
Well,
players how
just
much
saying.
they care about analytics.
12%.
got better analytical numbers. All
What
right, let me
happens-
plug
okay.
this in your. Let's just go analytics for a second here.
Okay.
Like, okay, just for a minute.
You can do 2 minutes if you want.
Just for a minute. Okay. What I want to see from analytics before I'll be like, okay, I think analytics are effective in describing what happened and helping me analyze what happened.
But not predicting the
But
future.
not necessarily. Like, well, if you have a really good team, their analytics are going to be better. No kidding. oh, this team has the puck possession way more. I bet they're going to win. No kidding. They're probably a better team. They're probably going to win more hockey games. Analytics are valid in explaining what happened, helping you understand what happened, and they're helpful in evaluating players. But until you can tell me that your analytics are going to predict based on this temperature and this humidity in this city with this ice from this angle when the puck is on this angle at this point in this spot on the ice, this is exactly what's going to happen.
Too many variables.
There's just way too many variables. It is everything that it's too fluid a game. It's not from a set every single time, and you can have analytics for face-offs because guess what? It's from a set every single time. So if you want to have analytics about a guy like taking a face-off, what his percentage is going up against a guy that's left-handed versus right-handed, great, you're going to be able to have that. Offensive versus defensive face-off, great, you're going to be able to have that. And even then, it's garbage because there's still so much going into it, like the wingers he's playing with and the other people. It's just people. You can have analytics to help you help understand and help predict to a certain extent because people are going to. If a guy's really good at scoring goals, guess what? He's going to score more goals. And if he does it on the power play on this side, well, yeah, analytics are going to show that, but they're not necessarily going to predict the future. And I don't think we can hang our hats on them. So it's like, well, Quinn Hughes has slightly better analytics and puck possession. I think it's just an absolute garbage argument.
Did you have shitty analytics as a player? Is that where this is coming from?
I absolutely had terrible analytics.
So you're very anti-analytic right now.
Well,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I understand where you're coming from.
Let's go to my thing. Okay, so when you're not playing very many minutes, you can have terrible analytics because you're not playing a ton of minutes. So if you're playing 7 to 10 minutes a night and you have one bad shift, well, guess what? The analytics for that game are going to be absolutely horrible. Where you're going to have to from a lot and even inside the game, someone that plays more than 10 minutes that is having a regular shift and getting to play at a more regular interval that doesn't have to deal with the inconsistency of I'm sitting there for 10 to 15 minutes
changes things.
and now I'm stepping on ice. It completely changes things from being warm to being cold to being in a rhythm to being in a routine on the ice to having more opportunity. There's so much stuff and so many variables that go into it. Analytics are kind of important, but anyways, Hernandez give me the thumbs up. I burned through way more than 2 minutes. Sorry, guys.
Gager, how's your save percentage look lately?
Well, I was just trying not to get pulled. Like if you allowed 5 in the first, you wanted to finish that game because if you got pulled, that would be a 15 spot.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's
See,
good.
it's the
You're
exact
right,
same
yeah.
thing.
And so that was tough. Yeah.
You get pulled in the first very often?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Probably early second. That's when they had enough.
They said, you know what? Let's give him a look. Let's give him a look at the beginning of the
let's
second.
see what he can do here. Not much.
All right. Yeah, speaking of midseason awards, we just kind of rolled through those. Let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning. Vezina Trophy, Hellebuck Bishop and Darcy Kemper, who's been hurt recently. Jack Adams, Mike Sullivan, John Tortorella, and Craig Berube as the three nominees, the three top guys right now, according to the Professional Hockey Writers Association for Coach of the Year. Scott Hasting from Oddshark joins us, oddshark.com. I'm sure Connor McDavid is the betting favorite right now for the Hart Trophy, but putting some money on Nathan MacKinnon wouldn't be the worst investment one could make, right?
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth here. Good to talk to you guys once again. But McDavid being the favorite here. But I like Nathan MacKinnon. You're absolutely right. He's only a few points behind. And I just looked up earlier today the rest of the point getters there for Colorado. And the next closest, the most points on Colorado is Cale Makar with 37. Nathan MacKinnon has 72. So, I think he's carrying that team. They're second in that division. So I think MacKinnon is the better bet. But at this point in the season, almost all the value is gone from the big three, and that's Nathan MacKinnon, Connor McDavid, and David Pastrnak. They're all, plus 500 or below. But you can still get plus money on Connor McDavid. So it's not a horrible play, but I like a little more value with Nathan MacKinnon.
How ridiculous is it that MacKinnon has like 40 more points than everybody else in that team? And they're a good team.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I couldn't believe it. The next closest forward is Mikko Rantanen. Of course, he missed some time, but he's got 34 points. So MacKinnon has double his points.
Oh, I know Rantanen's got 34 points. I've got him in a hockey pool, and it's killing me. The injury absolutely sewered me. I'm like, damn it, what am I supposed to do? Contemplating trading him. But anyway, more on that later. Okay, the Norris Trophy. It wouldn't be worth it. It's not, is it? I mean, John Carlson's going to win. You would have to bet so much money to make anything. It's probably not worth it. Like, you're probably not seeing much action on that, right?
What I would like to see is if you could get John Carlson on the Hart Trophy, because if he gets 100 points as a defenseman, he has to be in that conversation for MVP too. But I haven't seen him on any odds board for the Norris Trophy. He's minus 500, so it's just not worth our time. He's a runaway. It's been a little bit of a down season for defensemen overall. So, yeah, it's not really exciting. Something catastrophic would have to happen for him not to win the Norris.
With that being said, minus 500 mean you bet 500 and you win 100, right?
Yeah. So you'd profit $100. So what is it, 1 to 5? I believe is how it would be written the other way. So definitely not worth the value.
Well, I'll say this: that's an easy $100.
Yeah,
right. Like that's an easy $100.
That's right.
He's winning that award.
Yeah.
So I mean, or easy 200 if you gather up $1,000 and throw it on John Carlson. Unless of course he gets hurt, and Roman Josi gets 40 points in the second half of the season, and then I'm out $500, which would drive me crazy. Calder Trophy's an interesting one because we were just talking about it with Quinn Hughes. Making a pretty decent push, especially because Makar was banged up. What are the numbers like between those? I'm assuming that's probably kind of like the Hart Trophy. Like those two guys would be the front runners.
Yeah, so Makar has been a favorite pretty much since October, and then there was some push from a few others, but pretty much Olaf's in there for Buffalo, and then unfortunately he suffered that injury and is out for the next 6 weeks or so. So that took him out of the runnings. Quinn Hughes is definitely interesting, but I can't see it not going to Cale Makar. He blew up so quickly and so in front of our eyes, and going back because he made his debut in the playoffs last year, and I think he scored in his first game or second game. So I think he already had so much momentum behind him that so many of the writers are going to go with that way, and I think he's a runaway train.
Please tell me nobody bets on anything to do with the All-Star game. But people do.
The odds are out for the 3-on-3 tournament. I won't be dabbling in that because sometimes you just get the who do the guys want to see get the MVP. You had John Scott a few years ago where everyone wanted to see him succeed, so they were feeding him the puck all night. So I personally won't stay away from it, but there's definitely people that will dabble.
It's so bad.
What's that new event? It's like the shot,
the shooting from up top.
I'd bet on that. That'd be fun.
Give you a reason to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun.
Yeah, but I don't watch the All-Star game really. It's well, that's not true. I watched the first year. It was 3-on-3. I found that a little bit more exciting.
Yeah,
but No, if I think I don't know who. I think you said it, but if it was in Edmonton and I had a chance to go and stuff, I'm sure it would be a lot of fun. But it just doesn't pique my interest as much as it did probably when I was.
Maybe
younger.
we can get you two guys as honorary coaches at the All-Star game in Edmonton. Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be awesome.
I could ref.
Can we get odds on that?
We can work on that.
Yeah. Well, we'll pump it up. Make sure you guys are the favorite.
Scott, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate the time.
Thanks. Talk to you guys next week.
There you go. That's Scott Hastings from our presenting sponsor, oddshark.com. Saw one comment here in the comment section. Says, hey, did Matt hear the comments that Zach Cassian made about him on the Kass and Juice podcast?
About me?
Yeah.
No.
Did you hear about it? I don't know
What
either.
did he say?
I don't know what they are. They're going to have to, Bradley, if you're still watching, let us know what the comments were.
It's probably about how his.
Was it probably
I have no idea.
I was going to say. All right.
Did you see my tweet though? I thought my tweet was
Dude,
really
your
good.
tweet was classic.
Hey, that
Yeah.
was pretty. Did you get that?
Well, at first I didn't. I just retweeted it because I was like, oh, Gager's going outdoors again. And then I looked at it and said, what did it say? Mike Smith isn't the only goalie on a 5-game heater.
Yeah.
And you're standing on 5 board games and holding a heater.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No one got that. I think they were like, oh, maybe he just keeps board games in the middle of his living room or something.
I got it after. I retweeted it quickly. Then I looked back, looked it back at it later. I showed my wife. I said, he's standing on 5 games and he's holding a heater.
No one. I think you're the only one that got it.
I thought it was
Oh,
pretty
well.
funny.
That's a sweet lid too.
Hey,
That is a sweet lid.
Yeah, that is a sweet lid. I remember. I remember when I first got that. It was we were playing the Penguins and it came in. That was sweet.
How did it go?
Oh, it sat on the bench. It looked great.
A couple of comments on the Apple Podcast page. Feel free. This guy only gave us 4 stars, but I understand why. He says, second favorite hockey podcast. Great podcast, guys. Each episode gets better. The group is figuring out what works. FYI, Antelope are in your home province of Alberta.
Oh,
That's probably why we got 4
knew?
stars, because we
Wow.
didn't even know.
We didn't even know.
But that being said, have you ever seen an antelope in the
No.
province? Me neither. I don't buy that.
We should get DeBrusque on here. He hunts everything, so
You think well, we should anyway.
he's probably killed a few.
Antelope?
Yeah.
What do you need? You probably need to get a ticket for an antelope, I would think.
I would
It's
think.
called a
Tag.
tag.
Sorry. See,
Dusty.
I don't hunt.
A ticket?
I know that.
Do you
It's called
hunt?
a tag. No, I should. I have
Why
2
should you?
daughters and a 3rd daughter on the way, so.
So you won't be hunting anytime soon.
No,
but you
no,
should
I
have a
need to-
gun.
you need to get out of the
should have a
house.
gun. Oh yeah, that's
You
true.
need to
too.
get out of the house.
Let's see here. This podcast is quickly becoming one of my favorites to listen to. Funny, witty. Love the stories from the NHL. Keep up the good work. I'll have to let Dusty know in person when he tries to toe Drake, my defense partner, the Drake next time. Oh, that's Phil. Play rec league against Phil, actually. His D partner. You got to be pretty damn slow if I can toe drag. You know? All right, let's before we get to keep it or clip it, let's try Family Feud. Yes. Because Jeopardy, as much as I want Jeopardy to be our thing, boys, I'm not sure Jeopardy can be our thing. So we're gonna play Family Feud, and now how it works, same sort of thing. So Kass and Gager, you'll be up here. You hit the table, say your name. Hernan, you be the judge. You be the judge of who does it quicker.
Okay.
Okay. So the first category we're gonna do. And this should be easy. We should be able to get it. Remember, if you get the first one right, you pass or play, you run the table. If not, chance to steal. All right, here we go. First ever 2 guys, Family Feud. The category is leading goal scorers in the NHL this year. Okay? Top 5 answers are on the board. So 5 leading goal scorers are on the board. Oh, I guess go.
That was pretty.
It was pretty even.
That was pretty even.
You might have to
It
do
was
it
a
again.
tie.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
1,
Ready?
2, 3, go.
Okay.
Cass.
I'll give it to you.
Cass.
All right, Cass.
Pasternak.
Okay, that's 1. Kate, you want to? That's our number 1 answer. Do you want
How
to?
many did we say?
You gotta get 5.
You gotta get
Do you want to
5?
yeah.
You gotta get. Oh, you gotta.
You want-
what I
goal
can
scorers.
steal.
Top 5 goal scorers. You
And
want
how many X's do I get?
3?
3.
Oh, I still get 3 X's? Okay, well.
Are you gonna keep it or are you gonna pass? Pass or play?
I'm gonna play.
All right, he's
Dusty.
gonna play. He's gonna play. Cass is gonna play.
I'm gonna play.
Gager, be ready
All right.
because you could steal at any
So
moment.
he's number 1.
All right, that's one.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Alexander Ovechkin is number 2 answer. For what it's worth, I don't think you get this, but
You know, Ovi's number 2. Austin Matthews.
yes, number 3. 1,
Good
2, 3 in
answer.
order. Good
1, 2,
answer.
3.
All right, so you need 2 more. The bottom 2 might be tough.
This will be the tougher one.
Yeah, so you still have 3 strikes too.
Number 3.
Get ready to steal, Gager.
Leon Draisaitl. Oh, why did I thought he was?
2 strikes left.
Oh boy.
Exactly.
Do you go to?
First 3.
Should have passed.
Those first three. Well, but he's gonna have to. He's
going to have to get one of the other two too. Yeah.
I know. Or do I just throw him away? Trying to think who else is scoring a lot. I guess I'm gonna start running out of time here.
Oh yeah, we'll give 5 count on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Connor McDavid.
One more strike.
Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
That's number 4.
Oh,
there's one answer left. It
darn
comes
it.
down to this.
You were holding out for the McKinnon.
Yeah.
I had him in my back pocket.
You got your top 4 answers already off the board. One answer remains. Can you win?
Oh boy, I'm trying to think.
5, 4, 3, 2. Give me an answer.
Brad Marchand.
1. All right, let's go over to Joaquin Gage for a chance to steal.
Who scored a lot?
Can you give him a countdown too?
Minutes? Yeah, I'll start it at 10 because 10.
I really don't
9,
know, but I'm gonna
8,
go with
7,
Shifley.
6.
Oh, I know who it is.
No, you don't. Okay.
Is it Carlson?
No, it's Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel.
way.
So
Cass wins, though.
so Cass wins.
Yeah.
Cass wins. You want to play
Nicely
one
done.
more? I've got a second category.
Yeah,
I've got
let's
a
go.
second category. Okay, this is I guess be ready because as soon as I say the category, that's when you.
Yeah.
All right. So the top 6 answers are on the board. All right. The top 6 answers are on the board. The top 6 players, the only 6 players in the National Hockey League who have scored 75 goals or more. Gager, board is yours.
Well, he's got to get one first.
He's got to get one.
Ovechkin.
Dude.
In a season.
Oh, in a season.
In a season.
Oh, in a season. I thought
I
you
will.
meant.
I will
Hey,
hit.
can you say chicken again?
Chicken. I will. Top 6. I'll
Okay,
go
so,
one easy. Mario Lemieux.
Okay,
Oh,
Mario.
I thought
that's
you meant
one.
like
No, in a
currently
season.
playing.
No,
Oh.
not currently
Mario
playing.
Lemieux. Lemieux's got one.
Okay, that's one. That's the number 3 answer. He had 85.
85. Bossy.
Nope.
Oh,
That's one.
He didn't hit
I thought
75
he
or
had
higher.
75 or higher. Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky, yes, that's 2.
Yeah.
That's your number 1 answer. He had 92.
Yeah.
who do you got?
Number 3 is on the board, and then
Number
4,
1,
5, and 6
number
are still on the
3.
board.
You that do 75 in a year. Ooh, this is gonna get. Did Gordie Howe do it? No.
That's 2.
Oh, yes.
All right, this is opening up pretty good here. One more
But
strike.
the thing is how many points are they worth? Because he's still gonna. He's gotta.
I only got to get
all of
one.
them.
I
We're
only
not
got to get
keeping
one.
track of points.
Yeah, but
Right, if you
you get
steal
the
on the board.
category, but you get the category. You can get it like an
But we
easier
only have 2
category.
categories, so if you win, you win. If he wins, you tie the first game. All right, so we had Mario at 85,
Yeah.
Gretzky at 92. Gretzky did it twice, by the way, but he's only on there once.
Yager.
That's 3 strikes. Gage, your board is yours. You still 4 options out there.
Timu Solani.
Timo
so many
Sal-
options.
Ding, ding,
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Do I have to? I just win.
No,
don't
you
I?
just
Yeah,
did.
you
Yeah,
win.
answer the 2. The answers that were not gotten.
Wait, let's see if I can get them. So
Okay.
it's Timu, Brett Hull,
Yep.
and
Somebody did the same year as Timu.
ooh, same year as Timu.
Yeah.
Curry.
No.
How many did Yammer have? What was his highest?
I don't know. He might have hit 70, but no. But I don't. He didn't hit 75. I was looking at this. last night.
Shoot. Oh gosh,
You're missing 2 guys.
2 guys.
Yeah.
So I said Brett Hull, Timu. That year was. Shoot, I should remember that.
Shanahan never got there.
Is it?
The old one, no, the old one is Esposito. Phil Esposito did it.
Esposito,
He hit
right.
76. And the one who did it the same year as Timo Solani was Alexander Mogilny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never would have got
They
that.
both absolutely torched.
Should have went
fun.
with Espo.
Yeah, that was fun,
Oh,
right? Like
great,
Family Feud
yeah.
was a little bit better. Come up with some good categories and stuff. I think that'd be all right. Nice work, boys. Well done.
Good job.
All right, hey, let's get to our poll question today because I want to see the results are at your Popeyes chicken poll question. Try Popeyes legendary Louisiana chicken today. This is going to be tough because it's obviously a little bit Edmonton biased, but I think McKinnon's got just as good a case here. But who will win the heart, McDavid or McKinnon? Hernan, what are the results at right now?
Yeah, close to 120 votes in. Of course, McDavid leads the way on our Twitter poll at 86%.
That's too much.
Yeah,
That's too high.
that's just bias. a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's tough. We need to have like an un-Edmonton based poll and see where that one's at. But you guys would say, who are you guys going with? You're gonna?
I'd say McKinnon.
Okay, and Gator.
I would say McKinnon too. If I was
2-0. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's play Keep It or Clip It. Let's get into Keep It or Clip It here. for Sport Clip Haircuts, where it is good to be a guy. This is a couple good topics on here today. We still have to get to gritty. We haven't got to gritty yet, but we're definitely going to get to gritty coming up here in Keep It or Clip It. All right, here we go. Number one, Paul Maurice should be very worried about his job. Keep it or clip it.
Clip it. It's not his fault.
You don't think he should be worried at all?
No. Why should he be? He didn't construct the roster. He had
Still got a ridiculous top six.
Yeah, and he's got a horrible bottom, sixth defenseman, top six defenseman, bottom six defenseman. I mean, they're all bottom six defensemen.
Not Josh Morrissey.
No, Morrissey's not, but he's been banged up.
He has been banged up. Gage, what do you think? In a year where everybody's getting fired.
Yeah, I agree with Kass, but I'm going to keep it just because I think the Chev Doggers thinks maybe he's been around too long, and they may be losing the room a little. Like, coaches, we're out there welcome after a while. So he's been there a long time, might need a change. I don't think it's his fault they're losing. I think Hellebuck has peaks and valleys this year, so now it looks like he's in a little bit of a valley, but I think he should be worried.
Do you know their general manager, or do you just randomly call him Chev Dogger? Because that seems like a nickname you have with a buddy.
Because he played in Moose Jaw, I think, right? Didn't he?
Did he?
I'll double check that.
Yeah,
Double check it.
Because he was I'm pretty sure he was a killer, wasn't he? Maybe. I don't know.
So do you call him Cass Dog?
No. I remember because we would in junior we would play fight and stuff, and
Like helmets and gloves?
yeah, and you knew old tough guys in the Western League, and no, isn't there a Shovel Dayoff that played for Moose Jaw Warriors then?
I'll double check. No, but he didn't.
It might take a while.
Okay,
He
that
pretty
was
shitty.
He was Brandon, then Springfield, then the Capital District Islanders, then the Salt Lake Golden Eagles.
Okay, well there was a Chev Dogger that was a killer, and and like when you that's what you'd say when you were hitting guys, just like Chev Dogger, like that's what we're doing.
So when you're playing helmets and gloves and you punch somebody, you say just like Chev Dogger?
Yeah, with tough guys. Yeah.
Cass, who did you used to pretend to be when you get into fights?
I wouldn't think about I'm going to pretend to be this guy. I'd just be in the fight.
Yeah, you'd be like, it's like Toporowski and stuff. Yeah, we were different back then.
Well, it's because you've been wailing on the Pecs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
we
you're
were
fired
wailing
up
on the
back then.
Pecs.
Yeah, it's good. All right, number 2. An all-star game is a complete waste of time for a goaltender. Keep it or clip it.
Keep it. It's horrible for them.
I am going to. No, I'm going to. I always wanted to play in one, so clip it. They look like a good time. There's no one really cares.
Did
so
you never get to play in an all-star game? Not even overseas? Oh, you probably don't have
They
them.
don't have them over there. Yeah.
So your Hart Trophy season in the UK, no all-star game.
I was lucky too. I think that I won that a little bit because, but they voted for the right person.
Cass, you ever played an all-star game? Sorry, bud. I got that look. I shouldn't even ask. No, you never know, man. You never know.
I didn't.
No, okay. But you said you won an award earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, for contributions to the community, humanitarian, and education. I won education ones in junior.
Yeah.
Did you? You won top Scholastic player. That's impressive.
So I won the Western Conference Scholastic.
Yeah?
I didn't win
For the whole league? For the whole Western League?
Yeah.
Nice
I won
work,
the Western
buddy.
Conference.
It used to be. I remember because the Niedermeyer brothers would win East and West.
Everybody from Cranbrook's extremely smart. What can I say?
Well, you're not from Cranbrook, aren't you? Outside town.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Outside of St. Louis.
That's well played. That's well played.
That shows I know you and listen.
Yeah,
to you.
that's right.
That's a
So
sign of endearment.
That is nice. That's good. All right. Playing posts is better than shooting on a shooter tutor. Keep it or clip it.
Keep it. Shooter's too easy.
Yeah, I'd keep it too. It's way more fun to play little gambling games with playing posts. We used to do it all the time. I'd shoot too. I won some as well. I could fire it. I
I'm
remember
talking about in a shinny game, not like
I'm talking like
not
playing
like
shinny.
post practice.
Oh,
when you play post because you play a game of posts after practice. Guys will do it.
Yeah.
Like where you have to go around the world, like you hit one post,
Okay,
hit the crossbar, and then you got to go back
For money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, or juice.
Yeah. Another way to play Juice Boy. I could take a slap shot with my stick. Like
With your goalie stick?
Yeah. I remember in Providence, I was skating around taking slap shots and ringing them off the crossbar, and Laviolette was like he was so impressed with me. He got rid of me a couple of weeks later. That's the only thing I could do. Kelly Rudy, I remember. It was hockey night in Canada, and he saw me do it. And he, I was sitting there after practice, and he came over. Hey, how do you shoot like that? Because I could come into the blue line and rip one, and it would go high. And I mean, it's not a rocket or anything, but it would flatten out.
That's still pretty good with the goalie stick.
And he goes, "You mind if we?" I think his exact words were, "If we don't have anything else to talk about, do you mind if we maybe do a little story on you taking a slap shot?" And I was like, "Yeah, might as well."
so slow game.
Yeah, no, that was that never got done though.
That would have been fun. No, but like in shinny, playing post is way better than we had a shooter tutor last Friday because the goalie didn't show up. And let's just say this: we struggled with it, but at the same time, it's not as fun as trying to go for posts. I don't think.
I don't think so.
No. All right, here we go. Owen Nolan pointing top shelf on Hasek and calling shot is the greatest moment in All-Star game history. Keep it or clip it.
I would keep it. That was great.
Was that not amazing?
Yeah, that was, and it's maybe it wouldn't have been the greatest moment, but he did it on arguably the greatest goalie at the time too, and on Hasek
for his hat trick.
Yeah.
At
and
home.
it was
that
in
was a
San Jose
game.
Yeah, so it was. He's still got it, man. Like I played with him up in Slave Lake, and he came down and he went shelf on me.
He's intense.
Oh yeah,
he's
intense. He's a different guy.
Like even in charity, like in the charity.
He's an intense dude.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, I am scared of him a little bit when I cheated shelf and got it, and then he knew what I was doing the next time, and he ripped it 5-0 the next few because
the next few.
He read me like a comic book that game.
You know he didn't win MVP of that game. Remember that?
Really?
Yeah. So he had the hat trick, but I think his hat trick goal came late. I think Mark Recchi, for some reason, Mark Recchi ended up winning the MVP of that game, and it was a joke. I don't know how they didn't give it to Owen Nolan. All right, there will be 3 50-goal scorers in the NHL this season. Keep it or clip it. Pasternak is at 37.
Yeah,
Matthews and Ovechkin are both at 34.
Keep it. I think they all three get there.
Be tough for a guy to push outside of 30 right now, right? Like under 30.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I'm going to keep it just because I'd like to see it.
It would be great.
Yeah.
3 guys with 50 goals.
On a side note with the Owen Nolan thing, I remember going into San Jose one time, and what was the tough guy that they had?
Link Gates?
No, not Link. Link. I got some
Whole
stories
episode
of Link.
on Link Gates, yeah.
Anyway, oh shoot! But we pulled into the rink, and Nolan with the his name will come to me, but they were hunters, and they had their bows, and they had like 2 wild boar in the back of their and
at
they
the
were
rink?
At the rink, and they were all bloody and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, we got to play these guys tomorrow. They're playing Rambo. But
Scott Parker?
no. Yeah, it would be back in 95, 96, or 96, 97. So, yeah.
Gretzky slapper over Vernon's shoulder is the best moment in Battle of Alberta history. Keep it or clip it.
Keep it just because it's iconic. Like whenever you see highlights, that's the
Fleury sliding on his knees.
Yeah, it was pretty
ridiculous too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually might even be more iconic. I mean, the first thing I think about, and maybe it's just because I was younger at the time, but Gretzky firing that slapper down the wing over Vernon's shoulder, something else.
Yeah, and even the angle of the puck, like it went off his stick and was like slowly climbing. Like it's not flat. It's like going straight up and right in the corner. That was and Vernon's just full stand up, waving his, and he was like at the bottom of the circles too. Like he was way out. Yeah.
He was way out.
No, I keep it for sure.
All right, Gritty has worn out his welcome. Keep it or clip it.
Clip that garbage. It certainly has not.
He's being accused of assault right now, Kass.
Yeah. The Flyers already said they investigated and then they found nothing.
I know.
This I mean, everything is alleged. No idea what actually happened, but how I picture it in my head is this. That kid probably punched Gritty.
You know how kids are.
You know how kids are. The kid probably
was like
punched
10,
Gritty
11,
and was rude or whatever, and I bet Gritty just took a swipe at him and was like, "That's not okay to hit me, kid." And then the dad freaked out because it's the U.S. and they do weird things. And was like, "I'm going to sue you guys."
So you think Gritty? Do you think he has to dial it back a bit?
No.
Spotlight's going to be on him.
I'm not too worried about Gritty.
Gage, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Gritty, just keep doing what you're doing.
You.
put the vertical pedal on the right all the way to the mat here and see how far he can take it.
You be you, Gritty.
The best thing here is that nobody knows who's inside him. like
It takes a
It wasn't even the
person.
name of the person.
No,
it wasn't
it's
the name
just
of the
Gritty.
person charged. It's Gritty got charged.
There's some dude in there who's just walking around after he hit a kid in the back. It's like, oh, Gritty. Like,
It's like getting a photo radar. Like you can't prove it was him in there, right?
yeah, that's a really good point. Actually, that's a good point. Will you ever be able to tell who was in there at the time? You could use that as defense for sure. All right, this will be an interesting one. Nielsen and Gazzola with Hernan in net could beat Cassian with Gage in net.
Hernan, have you ever played net before?
No, hell no.
Oh, no, yeah, you guys
I'd
aren't
be
with
like
it.
Goldberg in Mighty Ducks.
clip
You'd have
it.
to strap me to the
Clip
net.
it.
You know what? I was thinking about this and I was like, we're probably screwed with Hernan in net.
Yeah.
What are we-
But I thought 2-on-1, you know, like who knows?
Yeah,
Are
but
we
Gager
playing
can
in
take
a-
slap shots.
And Gazzola can shoot. He
Are we-
scoots around all right.
Are we playing like on a mini 3-on-3 rink? Or a full like?
Oh, let's talk about that. So, what are the differences here? What would be the?
We'd have to be playing on like a mini rink, right?
Don't you think that gives?
Yeah, probably, because if I missed the net or something and the 2-on-1 coming back, or 2-0 coming back.
Because then we could, at least I could be more
could
involved.
pass, yeah.
you could get your slapper going.
Oh yeah.
But it's two former NHLers. I mean, they would crush us.
Well,
Well,
I just think 2-on-1. I mean, that's
Hernan, I think you're a great producer, but if you haven't played net before,
Yeah, that's
no,
a good
no,
point.
no,
Actually.
Yeah.
What if we had a legitimate?
There's a
goalie
threat
in
to
that?
score on every place on the ice against
If you had a
I've seen you play faster. Like you were much better than Tommy and I.
If you had a
but if it was
legitimate
2-on-1,
goalie-
and let's say we had like poor man's version of Gage in it,
it's so it'd probably be a lot closer.
it would be close,
It'd be a
right?
lot closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be closer.
I'm still pretty lazy, so it'd probably just be mostly you and Tommy, and I'd be lurking down by Gage.
Yeah.
You might just shut us out anyway, Gager.
Well, probably not. But I'd be going for the 2-on-1 with Kass half the time.
Yeah, well,
Leave that net empty.
yeah, you'd have to. We'd talk strategy.
Yeah.
Gager, Jeff Odgers.
Jeff Odgers, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
that's
work,
him.
buddy.
Yeah. He was
Best producer ever.
Yeah.
They were all camoed out. It was really funny, really strange, actually. But good for them. He
Odgers was
loves.
pretty tough too, wasn't
Oh,
he?
he was a killer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Bucky all the time.
Aw.
I know.
Feel bad for Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky.
Because
Poor
Odgers
Bucky.
Odgers was bigger than Bucky, wasn't he? Like,
Oh, yeah.
thicker. If I like just off the top of my memory.
See, this is another thing with the whole Kachuk thing. I remember when Bucky hit Gretz, like blew him up when Gretz was in St. Louis there, and Bucky knew he was gonna have to fight.
So it was
Chase.
Or it was
Kelly,
Chase.
he was saying, and,
Oh, jeez.
and the whole week, Bucky's just like, because he was a happy dude, and he was just, Mo, I gotta fight Chaser. And like, he knew he had to do it because he just completely destroyed Gretz.
Why did he do that to Gretzky?
Why not? Keep your head up.
But that comes back around to he did it. He knew what he did, and he knew he was going to
And
have
he
to
knew
get
he
his
was gonna
ass kicked
have-
by
yeah,
Chase.
and he knew he had to go
Yeah.
against. And I remember him talk. He goes, "I hate fighting Chase because most guys punch you, but when Chase punches you, he's aiming for the back of your head."
Punch through you?
Yeah. So yeah, he said he was one of the toughest guys to fight. So, yeah.
Heaviest hands you ever faced, Kass? Who were the one like? I'm sure you fight different style of fighters, but was
Different
there,
style. Colton Orr threw heavy hands.
Ah,
He didn't
okay,
ever
yeah.
catch me with them.
but he was swinging for the fences.
He
Like,
swings. He swung from far away. So if you could track it, you could get out of the way.
yeah.
But he threw punches where if he's gonna catch you clean with something,
That would hurt.
it's gonna be smart.
Is it like a shot in hockey? Like there's a heavy shot and
Yeah.
this guy's like
Same thing.
chucking muffins? Really?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
So some guys are like, this is
not
going to
gonna
hurt no
hurt as
matter what
bad.
anyway.
Well, it all doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, you're not going in and worried about being damaged.
Yeah,
on
there's
the way out.
somewhere you're a little more concerned.
It's so weird with that. I know, but some guys they shoot the puck and it's like a shot put, Kass. The puck is all of a sudden way heavier and stuff. It just hurts every time it hits you.
Talking about me shooting, right?
Your shot is quite hard actually. So
Actually, not bad.
Yeah. I remember when the first time I met him, I was actually helping out with Vimy, and you came in and were ripping him off the bar and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, these poor goalies, and you didn't lay off on them too. That
It
was
depends on the kid.
Oh.
Like the younger ones, I would I would
Yeah.
be nice.
I
to
thought
them.
you meant the attitude. Of
No,
the
and
kid.
then no,
This guy's a little prick.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If they gave me attitude, or if the goalies were being like little donkeys, then oh yeah, I wouldn't. It's not like I hit him in the head, but like I would start actually shooting versus kind of shooting, like
Yeah.
giving them a chance at it. But you start leaning into it a little bit more, being like, I can, you know, you're gonna
Buddy,
you're gonna
be a
feel
little
this
smart
one.
aleck. Like I'm gonna start actually shooting here, and
I don't ever want to be around when your flip switches. I just don't.
Your flip switches?
Well, when his
Switch
when his switch flips. What did I say? Flip switches?
Flip switches.
pubalgia,
Maybe we got a name for this.
Yeah, no.
switches.
I just I don't know. I just feel like you're the full serenity now all the time, and then
Not all the time.
all of a sudden it's just like this kid who doesn't throw the shot put correctly is in a lot of trouble today.
I feel bad for that first guy that tries to take one of his daughters on a date. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, don't get me started.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah,
That's
no
gonna be
good.
real good. I should come over for that and maybe wear my mask. It could be like that scene from Bad Boys.
Bad boys.
We were watching. We were.
new Bad Boys?
Oh, I told you.
You ever
about
make love to a man?
like
Want to?
my one classic.
What were we gonna say, Ken?
Oh, I was gonna say the trash TV that we watch is the show called Married at First Sight.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I think I've talked
I
about
don't
that.
know why you waste your time with that.
It's just watching disasters and train wrecks, and I don't know. But it was on, so we were watching it yesterday, and my wife asked me, she's like, can you imagine having your daughter do this and then having to see like what they're talking about? and I was just like, nope.
Yeah.
There's
Nope.
zero chance.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're not going to raise a couple of reality TV stars?
I was
That's
like,
basically
they're
what you're
never
saying?
going on dates. They're
Yeah.
like, she's like, you want grandkids, you know what they're gonna have to do, and I'm like, I don't want to think about
You're
that.
a long
Like,
step away from
I
grandkids.
know.
Yeah.
My daughter was at she was sick, so my wife took her to a clinic in the West End, and they went to just to pick up some medicine, and I guess Connor was there.
Really?
Yeah. So, and my daughter went all cuckoo. She's 11 or whatever, but she was excited to see Connor. She was way too excited when she got home to see Connor McDavid.
Really?
I was a little upset.
She's like, oh my God, Connor was there.
Yeah, and she was going off. Oh, he's there. He was looking at facial products. So,
Like a nice night cream?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
To exfoliate?
You know what? And then my wife is funny because I made fun of it kind of, and then my wife said, "Come on, when I met you, you used to go get your nails done," and I was like, "Oh, I did."
I've had
Mani pedis.
yeah, I do the pedi. I don't do the mani. I've done a pedicure with my old man. Actually, it was a little weird to be honest with you, but he loves it. All right, so what are we calling this episode? What do
We
you have?
got flip switches,
Yeah, that's no good.
Chev Dogger, and Whale on the Pecs.
I
I
still
kind of
like,
like Chev Dogger.
you like Chev Dogger?
But
It's not even a real person though. He just
I know that's why.
Look on Moose Jaw Warriors, the Chev Dogger.
hey, hockey DB Chev Dogger.
I think
and
he
see what
played
pops
with
up.
Theo Fleury back in the day. I think him and Greg Batters.
Wow. I'll look
All right,
it
we'll
up.
have to look it up. So it doesn't matter. What do you think, Hernan? Your call. You're the.
I mean, we could call it. We had athletic pubalgias in episode. We could have pubic what is it? Pubalgia.
Pubic
humalgia. Humalgia.
Or we just go with Wailing on the Pecs.
Wailing on the Pecs.
Wailing on
Yeah.
the
Make sure you
Pecs.
spell it right, but yeah, Wailing on the Pecs.
Wailing on the
Episode
Pecs.
33, Wailing on the Pecs. I have not wailed on the Pecs in a long time. All right, that's going to do it for us for our presenting sponsor, Oddshark. Visit them at oddshark.com if you're into sports betting. They've got everything you need there, all the information that you need. If you're into delicious, delicious chicken, visit Popeyes. And if you need a haircut, or especially right here in Edmonton, check out Sport Clip Haircuts, home of the MVP experience. For Hernan Salas and Matt Cassidy and Joaquin Gage, I'm Dustin Nielsen. We will be back on Monday with episode 34, recapping everything that happened on All-Star Weekend. Can't wait for that one.